When using Microsoft Teams, you, your students, and your colleagues have full access to amazing built-in assistive technology tools like Microsoft's Immersive Reader. Let's take a closer look at how we can access these assistive technology tools and talk more in depth about why these tools benefit all learners. So here I am inside of our 30-day Teams challenge. Keep in mind that I will access the assistive technology tools like Immersive Reader the same way in a class team. I'll show you that view in a moment. Let's start here in the Conversations tab of one of the channels inside this Teams challenge team. If I want to access Immersive Reader to support with reading aloud this particular announcement that was posted at the beginning of week 4, I could simply hover over the post, and at the very end of our list of emojis, we see 3 dots for more options. Like I'm always saying, when it comes to Microsoft, if you see 3 dots, click them. It's not going to hurt anything. All right, here in the list of the More Options menu, we can see 2 accessibility features, Microsoft Translate and Immersive Reader. I want to highlight Immersive Reader for you. So we'll click on Immersive Reader, and the first thing I want you to notice is that Immersive Reader pulls all of that text and it simplifies the view of that text. I no longer see the banner with the colorful image. I no longer see the active link. I just see the text. Now, I could start to have this text read aloud to me by simply coming down to the very bottom of the screen and clicking the play button.
Mickey, Christine at Tuesday, October 15th, 2019, 9:06 a.m. Welcome to week 4, the OneNote connection.
Notice that next to that play button, I have a voice settings option. I can click on that and I can adjust the voice speed to slow it down or speed it up. And I can change the voice selection right now just from female to male voice. Immersive Reader goes beyond simply reading text aloud. There are so many settings and preferences that students have full control over in order to customize the experience and levels of support for students of all abilities. Let's take a look at some of those settings. If we come up here to the top right, we will see 3 menu options: text preferences, grammar options, and reading preferences. In our text preferences, we can see a variety of features that support students with reading disabilities, including dyslexia, dysgraphia, and other learning disabilities or diverse challenges. For instance, for our dysgraphic and dyslexic students, they may benefit from being able to adjust the text size, as well as turning on increased spacing. If I turn it off, you'll notice that the words become compressed. If I turn on increased spacing, not only is there more space between each word and each sentence, there's also more space between each individual character. As well, we see 3 different fonts: Calibri, Sitka, and Comic Sans. And I always get asked, why Comic Sans? But if we think about it, Comic Sans is actually the closest to how our emerging readers typically print. As well, it also happens to be the closest font to another font called Open Dyslexic, which supports our students with dyslexia. For our students with these reading disabilities or struggles, they may benefit from high contrast themes. Notice that down here, we can change the theme from black font on white background to white font on black background, or a sepia theme, a high contrast yellow theme, blue theme, green theme, and there are even more colors to personalize this experience for our students. In grammar options, actually, let's just go back and turn this into the dark theme. For grammar options, we can turn on syllables, which breaks our words into syllables. We can also have words identified by parts of speech, including nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. We can then turn on show labels. So not only are we seeing the color coding for each of these types of words or parts of speech, but we're also seeing the part of speech, initial, above the word. Reading preferences includes line focus, which can benefit many of our emerging readers or struggling readers, including students with ADHD, where it can help them focus and narrow their attention to one line of text. They can then control this by using the arrows, either here on the screen or using the arrows on the keyboard. The line focus will also track
class notebook that comes with your class team
as you have the text read aloud. Now let's turn off line focus. I wanted you to notice that there's also a picture dictionary that's built into Immersive Reader. So if you simply click on a term that has a picture associated with it, you will see the picture, as well as have the ability to have the word read aloud to you.
Good.
But I think one of the most powerful features built into Immersive Reader has to be the Translate tool. Notice that under Translate, I can choose from approximately 80 languages. Let's choose Spanish, Latin America, and I can have it set to by word and just simply click on a word, hear the English version, and hear the Spanish translation. But I can also go back to reading preferences, turn off by word, and turn on by document translation. This will translate the entire text into that language. And let's just start from the beginning here. If I select the word and click play,
Bienvenidos a la semana 4, la conexión de OneNote.
The text will be read aloud, in this case in Spanish, with that particular accent. Let's just switch this back to the original or English version. And to exit out of Immersive Reader, we can just simply click the back arrow. Now, in addition to being able to use Immersive Reader here inside the Conversations tab of any of the channels, including the general channel of your team, let's just exit out of this team and go to our class team, and we'll go to Assignments. Immersive Reader has also been built into Assignments. So if we click to view an assignment, notice that there is the Immersive Reader symbol in the top right. And when we click on that, the text from the assignment entry, including the title of the assignment, the due date, the close date, as well as any instructions that have been included, will be pulled or extracted by Immersive Reader and simplified. The student, again, can then have those instructions and that information read aloud to them.
Factors leading up to Confederation.
By simply clicking the play button. Let's just go back or exit out of Immersive Reader by clicking that back arrow button. And again, let's recap. We have access to Immersive Reader inside all of our teams in the Conversations tab of any channels we create, as well as in our class teams in Assignments Instructions. We also have access to Immersive Reader when using the Teams chat. Any and all conversation messages that we post inside a chat can be opened in Immersive Reader. And finally, Immersive Reader is also built into our OneNote class notebook, Microsoft OneNote, Microsoft Word Online, as well as other applications, including Flipgrid.